Hi guys, hold on a sec.
Can you please look up this thing?
See if we can figure out something.
So I was, how's my audio? I didn't think of this. I set up a little like makeshift thing to make my desk a bit more ergonomic. But now my mic is like a little way away. And I wasn't really planning on streaming. But I figured, oh, I popped in mid-sentence. Oh dear. So did you see the intro? No. How weird. On my one, it doesn't even show that I'm live. So I'm just gonna wait a sec. Okay. There we go. Thanks, YouTube. How is the audio? Is it okay? Am I too far from the mic now? Although I have things so like they're all hanging on by a thread. And I'm scared to move anything in case something falls. Audio is good. Awesome. So basically, what I've been doing for the past bajillion hours is looking up how to make my setup more ergonomic and then ordering stuff, which costs a pretty penny and it's all pretty simple. It's not like, I mean, can I just rant for a moment? A Bluetooth. So first of all, I have a MacBook, love my Mac, love that I can go between my phone and my laptop and my iPad and they're all linked. Love it, love it, love it. Would not go to Windows or Android or whatever. Love Mac. However, I don't know why they decided to remove all the USB ports. But as a result, I can't have a wireless mouse and keyboard because then I would have to get another one. But the adapters that we get here, because we obviously don't have Amazon, right? So I'm sure there's a lot of options on Amazon. The ones we get here only have 2 USB slots anyway, and I have a USB mic, and I have a USB camera, so I don't have any slots. So then I was like, okay, now I have to get Bluetooth. Bluetooth, keyboards, and mouses, which really should be mice, are exorbitantly priced. Exorbitantly priced. Howdy, I'm here for the tech lessons. Yeah, right. Full circle moment. Hey, me teaching RA how to StreamYard. The only reason I know is because I fought with StreamYard about it because I couldn't show things that weren't online. Need either a USB hub or Bluetooth mouse keyboard. Exactly. So that was what I was looking through. But then like a bunch of the options for Bluetooth, people say it just cuts off in the middle. And like if I'm in focus mode and I'm typing away, then it cuts off and I have to reconnect and it's going to break my focus. That just isn't going to work. But I also did, wait, I can kind of show you. Just hang tight. Sharon, if you're here, you might get motion sickness. I did a makeshift keyboard tray. So that I can sit with my legs flat on this. I don't even know what it is. I bought it from the thrift shop, but it's like it was a table and someone cut its legs off. So it's just like this wooden thing. So I've got that now, but I need to move something on this side. Then I got a TV screen because monitors are double the price of TV screens. And so by the end of tomorrow, I should have a moderately decent setup. Not amazing, moderately decent. And I do have a keyboard. However, and that happened when I was going between Edinburgh and here. I didn't even realize. We both tried to put the puzzle back together earlier, and neither of us could get it to work. There's no I in keyboard. You know that thing that's like, there's no I in team? I always used to say, but there's an M and an E. Like, yeah, that I is going to, that's going to be stuck. So I don't know if I can use the keyboard. Moderately works almost as well as the amazing setup. I am bare minimum broadcasting brand-wise, so it's mostly just because, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed when I do a stream, by the end of it, I'm like, oh, my shoulders, my back, dying. So I got a new chair, thinking it was the chair I was using, and then that didn't help. I got a new desk, thinking it was the desk. Wasn't the desk. Got a chair, thinking it was a chair. Wasn't the chair. Eventually, I was like, why don't we just go back to the beginning, Google ergonomic setups, and that's when I realized that since it hasn't been updated since, I don't know, the 90s, we don't have keyboard trays anymore. We'll rename the channel to Vic McCullum. That's actually something like unrelated, semi-related. In YouTube tags, you're supposed to put like common misspellings. I was wanting to know all the ways without like my actual spelling. It's not on the screen right now anyway. All the ways you could possibly spell Vicky McCullum wrong. All of them. So that I can put all of them in the tags. If you give a mouse a cookie. Not sure I get it. Also, someone's going to have to be on top mark watch so that if it comes back. Okay, let's see. Turn on. It is kind of more comfortable the way I have it now. However, the table's still shaky. So you may have a little bit of a... That's no good. It's just turned itself off. Yep, had those vibes. If you give a mouse a cookie, he'll want a glass of milk. If you give him a glass of milk, he'll want a napkin. Oh, like I gone blank on the thing. Okay, with a Y. Yes, the second one, recovery addict. A recovered addict, even. Oh, I have exciting news. I am 60 subscribers away from the first milestone, which is really cool. I'm going to give you guys motion sickness with this swaying. There's another thing that I was thinking of that's like not biting the hand that feeds you, but something along those lines. Just going to see what I've bookmarked to watch. Rewatch for live streams. I've got a little bit of a sad one that I don't know if anyone's watched, but I've had it saved for ages. It's the woman who crashed into. Oh, thank you for all the congratulations. It's the woman who crashed into that kids' party. I've had that full arraignment. Let me just add this in case. And then I have some ones that aren't so sad. And then there is a bit of Judge Simpson to catch up on. And also, there is a new court stream where the judge is quite fun and quirky. So I've got all of those as options. Imagine I could do a poll. Wouldn't that be nice? You know what? I cannot. All right. You're going to have to, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to go with the new judge for now. Because I want to take my face off the screen so that you're not having like boat vibes. And then I can sort out this little setup of mine for now. Okay, so this is Judge Fleischer? Not sure, but it's a very new channel. And I think I saw it on Law Talk with Mike and was like, wait, I want to see what this guy's about. And then came back to an old one of his streams.
There you go. You good? No, that's the live chat. I just turned it off, so,
Yeah,
but you're still live. There you go.
Okay, thanks. Pretty good. You ready? You ready? Yeah. Oh yeah, please.
I said, yeah, I think so, but I was muted. There we go.
Eric, is regular Zoom live stream on as well? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay.
He's very quirky.
Michelangelo. Hey, do you have an arraignment?
No, I'm not. What do you mean, attorney state judge?
Got it. Okay. You ready? Let's rock and roll.
Abiola.
Let's bump him up to 1.25.
Zion Abiola. Mr. Abiola, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with evading arrest. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On both of those cases, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, on May 30th, 2024, also observed 2 black males walking out of Bedford Place Homeowner Association Park, which is closed after sunset. Officers made contact with the defendant and another male who advised they did not know the park was closed. Defendant kept reaching near his waistband and pocket. Officers attempted to conduct a Terry frisk on the defendant, resulting in the defendant running. Foot pursuit lasted approximately 25 to 30 yards. While running, a black handgun fell from the defendant's waist area. Defendant stated the gun belonged to his mother. Officers recovered a Glock 23, loaded with 1 bullet in the chamber and 7 in the magazine. 15 additional bullets were found inside defendant's book bag, and an extra magazine containing 18 bullets, a total of 41 bullets. Defendant's father arrived on scene and stated the defendant's mother is the one who purchased the weapon for the defendant. Defendant is 19 years of age. He has 2023 unlawful carrying of a weapon non-suit as a juvenile, no out-of-county criminal record.
Here's the rub. What's he doing? Walking while black? What's he doing? What's he doing wrong? Was he under arrest? I mean, all I see is that they go up to him and they just start searching, right?
I believe.
He's walking while black. Mr. Abiola, I would be very careful. You know, where you go, what you do may not end up well for you. I'm going to find no probable cause on this case now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Abiola, be careful. Just take a seat for me in the back, please. Don't leave.
Wait, did he say he's going to find no probable cause?
On both. Yeah.
So,
Okay, everyone, who's next?
Billiter? Walter?
Come up, sir. You're Walter Billiter.
yes.
Mr. Billiter, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you. We're just going to do probable cause now. If and when your lawyer gets here, I see that she's signed on to your case. I don't know when she's going to be here. She knows that we start things early. We'll just have you wait for when she gets here. If there are any issues, we can talk with her when she gets here. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, if we wait for lawyers, I won't even have any more hair, you know? So, okay, ready? Let's go.
Judge, on May 31st, 2024, officers were dispatched to a report of an intoxicated person at a place of business in the 1921.
Okay, I have to pause and say that this judge is kind of catching up to Simpson for being my favorite. He may very well become a new favorite.
Block of Center Street in Deer Park. The witness advised that the defendant had driven his vehicle into the front of the business. Officers immediately observed the defendant to be unsteady on his feet, heavy odor of alcohol about his person, who was also noted to have red, glassy eyes, a thick slurred speech. The defendant advised that he had consumed alcohol throughout the entire day. SFSTs, 6 out of 6, horizontal gaze nystagmus, 7 out of 8 walking stand. The defendant refused the one-leg stand. DIC 24 was read. The defendant refused. A blood warrant was issued.
I'm checking the CDAs and your private eyes, please.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Billiter, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol, I will revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, that means at any time.
No alcohol at any time, anywhere, for any reason. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you go. You have high tea with the Queen of England. No alcohol. Do you understand? Do you have a Texas driver license? you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Yes,
You may continue to drive as long as you have both. You must stay in touch with Ms. McBride. She will tell you if and when your license does become suspended. If it does become suspended, you may not drive. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Ms. McBride. She will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me she can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds if you pick up a new case. You start acting crazy out there, no more PR bonds. Understand, sir?
I still wait for her today.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do now is I'll have you go to Ramona, we'll have you sign a reset. You'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and after that, we'll just have you take a seat and wait in the back for Ms. McBride to show up.
Yeah, I don't see the other indication that he's had a prior DWI.
Okay, that's my only concern is if you had any prior ones. Okay, so for now, just no drugs, no alcohol, and stay in contact with your lawyer. That's it. So hold on, let me get you to Ramona first, just to sign a reset, and then we'll get you to Tracy. Right over there.
Judge, we approach on an English speaking arraignment. It's on Mr. Mejorado. It's Mr. Dane Johnson's line, but we're setting it for him. Mejorado.
Okay, Mejorado,
He does
Come up.
English wrong.
Page 11.
top of 11.
Go into the front.
Are you Ian Morris? I'm sorry, Omar Mejorado. That's my way
That's
off.
correct, Your Honor. I was a little confused. That would have been-
So Mejorado, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Please don't say anything.
Judge, on June 1st of 2024, a traffic stop was conducted on a vehicle going the wrong way and had expired registration on which expired January 23. A traffic stop was conducted. Defendant observed to have glassy eyes and a slurred speech. Odor of alcoholic beverage coming from the defendant's person. Defendant admitted to drinking. SFSTs, 4 out of 6 clues on the HGN, 3 out of 8 clues on the walk and turn, and 2 out of 4 clues on the one leg stand. DIC 24 was read. Defendant declined. The blood was issued.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Do you have any prior DWIs? Kevin?
No history that I'm aware of. Your Honor.
Okay. You have valid liability insurance in your name. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any alcohol or dope, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? You have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Johnson. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, I will revoke your bonds. No more PR bonds for you. You understand? Okay. I'll have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. After that, you'll get replaced for your bond conditions. After that, you guys are free to go.
Thank you.
Judge, there's no indication that he's had any prior DWIs and his license is eligible.
Wonderful. Okay.
And then we do have another one, but it's a Spanish speaking arraignment. Your Honor. So may I stand down?
Yes, and who do we have? Okay, great.
So, counsel would ask you if you can wait and step on that.
If they do the Spanish speaking one now, should we skip it? Because I know it's always hard to keep track, and especially at this time of day. If we do skip it, I can always add it to a video down the line that I edit and just take out some of the back and forth. I saw such a cool one with Judge Manning, but it was a very old one where the interpreter was doing like live interpretation. So you didn't hear any back and forth. She was just like, as the guy was speaking, she was saying it in English. And then as the judge would speak, she'd say it in Spanish to the guy. It was so much easier to listen to because I always forget when I hear it twice, I forget the question or forget the answer.
Yeah, I like to hear.
This the next, Ramona?
Yes.
Is that what it F? Okay, thank you.
What's the last name again?
Flowers.
Fun.
David what? Wow.
We could almost do this at 1.5, you know? Okay.
What do we do with you, Mr. Blunt? Since May of this year alone, in the last month, aggravated assault, violation of protective order, evading arrest, assault of a peace officer, attempted escape, violation of a protective order, and now DWI second. All within 1 month, perhaps 1.5 months. And yet you get another PR bond. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Judge, on May 31st, 2024, officers were dispatched to a DWI following call at North Shepherd Drive and Tidwell Road. Reportee, defendant's child called, stated his father was driving intoxicated and his mother was in the passenger seat.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Child is in the car calling cops saying dad's drunk driving?
That's what it, yes, Your Honor, said that is. It's not clear if he was actually, what's clear from what I'm reading, Your Honor. I have to do further. I'm not sure if the child called from another location or if he was actually in the car. But the child called, said his father was intoxicated.
I might need a reminder, but if I get the 911 call and write it for work, then I'll share the video with you guys because it'll be fairly easy to get for that. And then I would have written it and it would have been produced and everything. But it sounds like if the kid called, and it has happened, I've done a bunch of videos, I've written a bunch of scripts where the kid has called because the parent is drunk in the car. It's not the first time.
If you allow me, Your Honor, to complete, and I'll follow up on the location of the child call.
I'm in no rush.
So, the reportee, which was the defendant's child, called and stated his father was driving intoxicated. His mother was in the passenger seat. Officers located the defendant's vehicle. Officers observed the defendant in the driver's seat with the ignition on. Officers observed the defendant to have slurred speech and a smell of alcohol coming from his person. Officers observed an open container in the defendant's vehicle. Later observed to be a cold to the touch, almost full 12-ounce Bud Light bottle. Defendant admitted to driving with his wife in the passenger seat and consuming 2 to 3 Bud Light beers, 12 ounces. SFSTs, 4 out of 6 horizontal gaze nystagmus, 5 out of 8 walking turns, 2 out of 4 one-leg stands. DIC was read. Defendant consented to a breath test, but later refused the test while at JPC. A blood warrant was signed and executed. Prior DWI from Harris County, 1996, and he did 20 days in Harris County jails. And of course, there's if Your Honor, you've already pointed out the extensive criminal history of the defendant that stands before you today, Your Honor.
I can't, in good conscience, justify giving you a PR bond, Mr. Blunt. Goes with you. Can you reach out to the Mac, please?
Mac here.
Tell me, how old is the child in the car?
I'm doing it. I don't know that he was in the car, Your Honor. That's what I'm trying to confirm. It's not dispositive from the accusatory document here.
That's my child and he was not in the vehicle.
Ma'am, don't come up here, speak. I'll hold you in contempt. Take a seat, ma'am.
Whoa. How do you guys feel about that? Also, I just wanted to tell you that he names his live stream Finding Justice, which is really cool. How do you feel about that? He runs a tight ship, but I wonder if she should have just approached the state. I suspect that she may be wanting to get him out of it, and that's why the judge is like, nope. Because he had done all of that in a month, and she still got in the car with him and put her child in danger.
Ramona, who's next?
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, we'll get there. I want to get him a lawyer first. Guys, Deputy Bates, don't send him down, please. Cruz Lopez. Oh, do you speak English? No? Toma siempre. Yeah, okay.
I apologize. Looks like the child, it's not a child, 20 years, approximately 20 years old.
Got it. In the car or no?
Not
Not in
it
front.
doesn't say, but according to that, but again, it wasn't clear from here where the call came from.
He's a Spanish speaker, Ramon. Yeah, he's Spanish.
Oh, that didn't make it any better. That's funny, but sad.
You, Christopher Garcia.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Garcia, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an
Content warning, this may be DV.
attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
The officer spoke with a complainant who stated that her ex-boyfriend assaulted her while she was at 9545 Ellery Lane, apartment 185 in Harris County, Texas. The complainant and the defendant were at a family gathering and defendant was drinking. Defendant grabbed her by her arm and pulled her outside to get in his truck. While driving home, the defendant struck the complainant several times in the face with a fist, causing her pain. When they arrived at the apartment, defendant continued to punch the complainant in the ribs and under her right arm, causing her pain. Complainant got out of the truck and defendant stomped on her ankle, causing her pain. Complainant emailed officers photos of her injuries, which officers observed to show bruises on her arms, legs, face, and nose. Criminal history, assault of a family member out of court 2, that was dismissed in 2019. Reckless driving, out of 15, he did 2 days Harris County Jail, that was in 2013. Unlawful carry of a weapon, out of court 9, dismissed in 2009.
So he has a prior assault of a family member.
Correct.
Same complaining witness?
The complaining witness on that one, Your Honor, it looks like that was.
Yeah, it's a different complaining witness, Your Honor. I'm here. Sorry about that.
Okay, tell me.
As a different complaining witness on this, on the prior case, that one occurred in 2019.
Mr. Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or dope, I will put you in jail. I'm going to make your bond sky high. My only concern is public safety. You violate her, I'm going to violate you. You understand?
Whoa.
No contact with the complaining witness, no weapons. There's a protective order in place identifying Gabriela Maria Cortez as a protected individual. I would get to know it because if you violate this thing, the state Canada will file a violation of a protective order against you. And I'm telling you, you violate conditions on a BPO, I can hold you at zero bond until this case is over with, and I'll do it in a heartbeat. You understand? Sure. What do you do for a living?
Let's go work. Let's go. I'm an electrician.
You're an electrician. We're gonna reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. When I mean no contact, I mean no contact in any way, shape, or form. No text messages, emails, smoke signals, Snapchat, anything. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So don't worry about doing bond conditions, Damien, because I'm gonna have it monitored because of the alcohol. Okay, I don't know if that's what you're planning on doing, but, so Tracy, you got it, right? This is Mr. Christopher Garcia.
Appointed, it's yes. Chairman. He was appointed on
How?
May 15th, because I'm not on the police.
What?
Christopher Garcia? Oh, sorry.
That's okay. No, you must go hire a lawyer. And I'm telling you now, no alcohol, no dope. I'm going to test you. If I find that you're consuming anything, I will put you in jail. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna make it on sky high. Do you understand?
Sir.
I'm gonna have you go to Ramona. We'll have you sign a reset. Mr. Garcia, after that, you'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions. Do not leave until we excuse you. Okay. Luis. Hey, good morning. You ready? Hi. Hi.
I'm here on Ms. Benavides. We need to leave. Can I call her up, Your Honor? Please for peace.
Hola, buenos días. Me llamo Luis, el intérprete. Mucho gusto. Parece aquí en el centro. Solamente miro el juez y le contesta en español.
All right, what's the vote? So we're gonna skip the translation. This court is in, I was actually just looking the judge up. Harris County Court. No, wait, his Twitter said let's close that. In the meantime, please vote if we're gonna skip the, just let me know if we should skip the translation. So I just had his Twitter up. Okay, the Harris County Criminal Court. He studied at Western Michigan University. He's in Texas. I think he, hold up. There is a thing here that says, it's TikTok, so pinch of salt, but it says David Fleischer gets fired. Celebrity judge fired for bullying.
Do you know why we have people in jail? Do you know why we have people in jail? Mr. Bernard. No self-control. When you get upset, you wig out and do whatever the hell you want to do. Life's not like that. There are consequences. And you're lucky that you're not going to jail today. But I'm telling you, there is a humongous consequence here if you fail to exercise self-control from now on. You understand? No weapons. No.
Okay, he wasn't fired. I don't know. It's TikTok fake news, I think. Because then it's like Simon Cowell and yeah. Anyway, he is in Texas. Oops, I forgot to say skip. Yeah, I thought so. I agree. I find it really tricky to listen to both. Instead of sharing to the screen I was on, I just closed the whole thing. Okay, let's see. Where are you? Yeah, maybe.
Parece aquí, por favor, con los papelitos ahí.
With or without permission?
Nuevo.
I have to get off of work.
Okay.
Villegas, Omar.
Good morning, Mr. Pikney. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I see that you do have a lawyer. I don't know where he is. We're just going to continue. And then when he gets here, we'll speak to him, okay?
Is that legal?
Judge, on June 2nd of 2024, officers were dispatched at approximately 1.
Sorry, quick question. Does anyone remember the name of the Airbnb trial judge? Is it McBurney? I'm just busy trying to write the description for this video, and I wanted to say these are my top 3 at the moment. I can't remember. Let me do top 5 actually, because it's a bit hard. Here's my top 5. Judge Simpson is currently sitting at 1. Sounds right, might not be 100%. I'm going to go with McBurney. I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel, but I don't want to jump around too much. Simpson, McBurney, and then we have Judge Boyd. And number 4, I'm putting this a toss-up between Judge Manning and Judge Washington. But currently, I'm enjoying Judge Washington. McBurney, I'm going to put at 5 because you have to FOIA for every trial. So number 2, we're going to put Judge Fleischer. Yeah. That's my order.
1:42 a.m. in reference to meet a firefighter, urgent call for service. Harris County Fire Department firefighter observed the defendant sleeping behind the wheel in a moving lane of traffic while the vehicle was on and in drive. The defendant was then observed getting into another vehicle as a passenger and leaving the scene. Harris County Fire Department provided a vehicle description. Officers observed the defendant on street over from the scene, sitting in the passenger seat of another vehicle. Officers observed the defendant to have bloodshot eyes and a strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from his person. The defendant admitted to driving his vehicle and drinking 2 mixed drinks at his cousin's house before he got behind the wheel. The defendant stated that he thought he could make it home and does not remember falling asleep in a moving lane of traffic. SFSTs, 6 out of 6, HGM, 6 out of 8, walk and turn, and 4 out of 4, one leg stand. DIC read and defendant consented to breath. The results were 0.137 and 0.131. The defendant stands before you with a dismissed case in 2016 for evading arrest and
Everybody else?
It doesn't indicate that he has any priors, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Pikney, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You have a valid Texas driver license?
Yes.
Do you mind running his license?
I'm ready,
please?
Your Honor.
I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Correct.
Not as of right now. I have to.
I'm just asking you if insurance. If you don't have insurance, you are not allowed to drive. I will have you sign an affidavit promising me you're not going to drive. If you drove here today, you may not drive home. You don't have insurance. Once you do get insurance, show it to us with your lawyer, and then we can allow you to drive. But until that point, do not drive. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you pick up a new case, if you violate any of these conditions, I'll put you in jail. You will not get more PR bonds.
Your Honor, appears that the defendant does have a eligible license and it doesn't indicate there's any previous DWI.
Because you have a lawyer, Mr. Pikney, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Mr. Smith. He will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Okay?
Sure.
If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
So you had 1 prior of evading in 2016. It's 8 years ago.
All right, we'll have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will get you to Ramona. We're going to have you sign a reset. Eventually, you'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and after that, we'll just have you wait for your lawyer back. Please.
He's eating sweets.
No, I think it's just with them. Just no contact and no weapons. Yeah. Kevin, can you help me out real quick? Did you? She didn't get anything for Benavides? Oh, you got Benavides? Yeah, you don't, on Benavides, you don't need it. Thanks, Tracy. Okay, we're good.
All right. Just,
Benavides?
For the card,
By the what?
a card reporter for one of my cases.
Let me take a look. I'll take a look. Let's finish with the arraignments and then I'll call. Jose Alfredo Ramirez, come up.
Let me know what sweets you think he's eating. My vote is jelly beans.
Yes.
Hands out your pockets.
Morning, sir. You are Jose Alfredo Ramirez. Mr. Ramirez, guys, please. Mr. Ramirez, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. That allegation kicks it up to a Class A misdemeanor. You're facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
Judge, on June 1st of 2024, officers were dispatched to a call, a disturbance call, a family with a weapon in Harris County, Texas. The complainant is the defendant's little brother. The witness is the defendant's sister. Witness stated that she heard defendant Ramirez state, "When you get out, I'm going to slice you up." Witness Matilda stated that she walked into the kitchen area and saw the defendant Ramirez holding a butcher knife, banging it on the kitchen counter against the complainant. Even 13.
Said banging it against the complainant?
That's correct. Counter and against the complainant. EV 13-year-old, the door of the complainant's door.
It was banging on the door.
It's like, yeah, counting against the complainant EV's door. So witness Matilda then stated that she called the police. Complainant confirmed the threat.
So
His 13-year-old little brother.
do we know, are drugs or alcohol have any kind of part in this? He just had DWI dismissed not a week ago. Also pled to a resisting arrest. I mean,
Genuine question. I've not seen this on police cam. How would an arrest go down with him being in a wheelchair? I imagine they'd need to be cautious, not as like, you know, they can be so bulldozery sometimes. You'll see even with like, I don't know, a silly little drunk person that's like falling over, that'd be quite like strong and do that. I haven't seen anyone in a wheelchair be arrested. Judge Middleton always has a homespun story to tell in his court. You know what I realized when I was editing Judge Middleton's court stream like a while ago, his humor flies so under the radar. I didn't even pick up on it. A lot of it I picked up on because I was boosting audio, but when I just watch it in the background, I don't actually click that he's being so funny. He really does, like, every now and then he just cracks a little joke that people don't even laugh at. There was such funny, it reminds me of Judge Simpson had a very funny appearance where he says, people versus Cedric something. And then he says, no relation. And like no one laughed until he waited and he was like, I thought it was a good one. And then the Cedric guy thought it was a good one. And then after that, he says, well, if you don't do it, I'll find you, you know, at the Cedric meeting. Thought it was super funny, but the people in court didn't catch it. I'm in no way bashing alcohol at all, but the common denominator in all these cases so far is people consuming enough not to be in control of themselves. I'll bash alcohol. I have no problem. You also can't see me when there is a thingy-majiggy in the way. I'll bash alcohol. I have no problem. I would way rather devil's lettuce was legal in all countries, normal, etc., than alcohol. And yeah. Kendall mint cake. Oh, I need to Google that. I love minty sweets. Chocolate bar. Oh, it's white chocolate. I wish I liked white chocolate, but I just don't. Chocolate covered raisins. Nice. I love chocolate covered peanuts, but they don't love me. They could claim they don't know if he has a weapon in his chair. That is a good point, Steve. Just tackle him out of it. That is a very good point. Do we have any law enforcement around? We did we had the law enforcement who was there for the ADHD podcast. Dominus, if you see this on replay, I don't think you're here now, but if you see this on replay, can you let us know?
I have prior drug cases here from.
I think it was about money. It's not less because alcohol. I think this was all a money dispute.
That was going to be my next question is why?
Ramirez stated that his father had given him $5.
Over $5?
It's a lot of money, John. You just got me.
Mr. Ramirez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Where are you living now, man? Are you still living at this house?
No, sir.
Where are you living? You know, you have quite a bit of priors, and they're all recent. I don't want to have to deem you a public danger, put you in jail, and make your bond really high, Mr. Ramirez, but if you can't control yourself, I'll have no other choice. The only thing I'm asking you to do now is stay away from your brother and your sister. Do you understand? Not to be in possession of any weapons. You can abide by these conditions, you will not be best friends. Otherwise, we're going to be mortal enemies, and I'm telling you, it's not going to go well. Do you understand? If you have a drug or alcohol problem, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you. This is not our first run-in. This is not our second run-in now. How old are
Odd
you?
word choice.
What do you do? What do you do with your life? Are you high right now?
I'm sleeping, bro. I'm tired.
Just, we're not bros.
I'm tired. I'm not nothing, bro. I'm kidding.
You can barely keep your eyelids open, man.
I'm tired, man.
If I go drug test you right now, what's going to show? What's it going to show?
I don't do no drugs, but
Let's see. I'm sending you for a drug test right now, Mr. Ramirez. Let's see. Sir, you must come back to court. Do you understand? I'm going to give you a lawyer today, but no more dope, no more alcohol. And I'm going to test you right now. I want to see what, if anything, that you're on. Okay. If you can please reach out to the Mac, but I'm going to send him right now. No, yeah, don't worry about it. I got it. Right now. Yeah, must come back, please. I am entering what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies Edwin Vega and EV as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Both of these people commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is a stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You sure you can keep your eyes open?
I'm listening.
You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. All right, let's send them for now.
I was trying to see if I could zoom.
I'm gonna have you come up
Zoom
here
this
so we can
view.
have you sign for the order for protection, and then I'll just have you wait by the side, please. Deputy, I guess if we can bring the pen pad down somehow, please. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Okay, Ramona, who's next? That's it, okay. Yes. Harold, you ready? Yeah, come on. Are you doing appointed cases in here today? Okay, give me a second. I need to do something real quick. Do you need, before I don't care, come tell me.
Danny Morales called me this morning. He said he's calling in to check every day for his thing. I told him to come in Monday if he can, to see if we can address the issue, because he's gonna be leaving from the Harris Center, and I don't know what his phone situation is going to be like. He's gonna call me this weekend to come.
What's going?
Magnificat, I think he said he's going there, but I told him to come here Monday so we can powwow on the issue of drug testing.
How great would that be if he shows up?
He said he'll call me tomorrow. He called me this morning. No, I didn't ask.
Okay, I need to hop off in like 10-ish minutes. So there's two options. Well, let me see if I skip forward. I can bump it up to 1.5 speed, or just stay where it's at, and when I gotta go and catch up on it another day. I don't mind either way. I'm going to leave it at normal and then watch the comments to see if I should bump it up to 1.5, but I don't want to be like waiting and losing time, you know?
What you got?
From Addison.
Just, I'm gonna tie to our case.
Being homeless.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing requires your attention. She's not here. I'm just trying to
Harold.
We just want to repush what you want.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is, Deputy, is it Galvin, right? Do you mind bringing out Mr. Blunt, please?
Oh, no, well, this is DBI. DBI case, Mr. Blunt, the one you were reading earlier about the minor and all that. Yeah. And Judge, we're gonna ask if you could reconsider the facts, and whether or not you want to go bond, because it wasn't quite how they started.
No, sorry, but I'll explain it to you when he gets out here, okay, so that he can hear it too. Since it's his case, I want him to hear everything I have to say.
It wasn't a minor, Judge. No one even.
I understand.
It's like a regular stop, officer.
I understand. I get it. But that's only one of my 8 concerns, Harold. And I can tell you that. Well, let me explain when he gets out.
Our hands weren't clean, but it wasn't like he described at the beginning.
The judge said, wait. The defendant has the right to hear. Oh, it's this guy.
No, please, guys, keep it down.
Be quiet.
No, Mr. Blunt. This life is about 2 things: perspective and self-control. And I will tell you that I have a very good friend of mine battling breast cancer that has now metastasized to her bones and her ribs. This lady is one of the most well-regarded maternal fetal medicine doctors that saves babies' lives on a daily basis, battling cancer, written books. I mean, top tier of the community, battling this, who goes through life in such a fashion to help people. Yet we have you here in front of us where you have violent felony after violent felony after violent felony, who has now picked up a DWI second, where allegedly people are calling cops because a father has 2 beers in the car, allegedly driving. How's that for perspective, Mr. Blunt, where after hearing the facts and after hearing your continual danger to public safety, how can I justify doing a PR bond, Mr. Landreneau? Truly, I don't think that a PR bond's sufficient.
Judge, Mr. Bullen has been incarcerated quite a while before this. He got last year. He's trying to make a new life for himself. He has a job, a company cutting yards. He has a lot of yards set up for this weekend. If you look at just this stop here, I mean, I know it's the second DWI. The first one was 29 years ago. That's a long time to have not done anything that, with alcohol. And his daughter calls suspecting him of drunk driving. And then they respond to the call. They find the car. Him and his wife are talking in a parking lot at 1 o'clock in the morning. And there's no bad driving. There's no accident, no crash.
No bad driving. We have a child calling the cops scared that he's got 2 open beers in the car.
There's no bad driving. And is there 2 beers? I think there's 1 beer, Judge. And it was almost full. So I mean, that in itself, we don't have clean hands. No, drinking 2 beers, but there's not 2 beers in the car. There's 1 open container, Judge. So we don't have clean hands on this. It's not perfect, but in all fairness, the last time that Mr. Blunt was out before he was in jail, you could actually have a beer, I think, in the back seat and drive a car. But now you can't. They changed the law. So I mean, this is how long you've been in jail before all this, when he got out last year. So this is the same man that had the violent felonies before this. He's turned his life around, trying to. But I was talking with him about this in the back, and it seems like when he makes a mistake now, it's not like a normal person making a mistake. I mean, everything's hyper attenuated on him. So he makes a mistake any one of us might make, any one of us, but you have no container in the car, you drive a little erratic, and you've had a few beers, made a bad decision. Well, now he's going to jail automatically. He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. And I don't think that's really fair. But in all fairness to my colleague here, when he was reading them first.
Okay, so before he goes any further, I'm going to vent my frustration. I think that the point about the laws changing, cool. When he was released, he would also have been told not to be around alcohol, drugs, anything like that. So that's one thing. The other thing is, why was his child at home at 1 o'clock in the morning having to be the responsible party to report someone of suspected drunk driving? This was not an adult phoning on another adult. This was a child having to parent her parents. So I don't really care what work he's done to turn his life around. That is not fair. And that, I'm sure the judge is heading in the same direction, because you can see how frustrating. And he's like, oh, driving, it's having a little bit of alcohol and then driving around with an open container and like being a little bit reckless, it's not a big deal kind of thing. Except that somebody else who hasn't had alcohol, doesn't have open alcohol in the car, and doesn't have a child at home phoning the police on them, could land up being on the receiving end of that, driving a little bit recklessly, whatevs. And that's the end of it for them. Like, this lawyer he's not doing a good job, in my opinion. I think that there's a lot of ways he could have gone about it, and he already got off to the wrong start with not listening to the judge, not doing what his client has the right for him to do, which is that his client has to be there to hear the charges brought against him. He has to be there in court. You can't just go ahead and do your own thing. So already then he started off on the wrong note. Judge said, stop talking. He didn't, and just kept on and kept on. And then what he's saying is like, what he rather should have got, the route I would have gone down, and I'm not a lawyer, so it could be wrong, but the route I would have gone down is he's trying to turn his life around. He understands that this could have been so much worse, and he would like to show, you know, that he gets that, or something along those lines. Like, take responsibility, say you're sorry, and say what the plan is going forward. How are you going to get around this? How are you going to be better and not land up incarcerated again? Okay, so the law's changed. You know, maybe say something like, I don't know, offer solutions. Rant over.
He said something about, I think, a minor, and then, I don't know, maybe you thought the child was in the car. I think I heard that. I was half listening. That was before I was appointed. And there's not a child that's 20 years old, and they weren't in the car. They called from the house. So it'd be like anyone calling from, hey, I saw a guy shoot a woman or something, got in the car and drove out with a bad description, and the cops pulled him over. I mean, could anybody call and harass another person, and the police are being used as an instrument to harass someone? I don't know anything behind the daughter's actions by calling. We still don't have the blood results back to see what his blood was that night. He only got 4 of 6 on the HGN judge. Usually it's always 6 of 6 every time I see one of these DVIs. And, these are all just facts to point out that.
Just for point of record, Your Honor, I said the reportee, which was the defendant's child. That's what I said, the reporting.
But again, it was somebody that wasn't there at the scene, and he had the key of the ignition, I guess, was on, but he wasn't driving. I know that case law says that is operating, but again, just no accident, no crash. Nothing you would see in most of the DVIs when people are charged with this. And I don't know if it's fair to hold him more highly accountable than a regular person based on his past.
In a month, he's had 5 felony cases, Harold.
I don't think the other cases, judges worked them out, but they were last year, I believe. The other felony cases, and he had worked them out on the 20th of May. The rest of them.
Mr. Blunt, I want you to know that I'm gonna ride you so hard now, you're gonna think that we're in a damn rodeo. You're gonna report to me 3 times a week here to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol or dope. You will report to me every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday here. I don't know. I don't know about giving him a PR bond. I haven't decided, but I want to tell you now. You will report to me here every Monday, Thursday, and Friday. You will be signing an affidavit that you're not to drive and not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. And if I find that you do, I will have a contempt hearing. I will slap you with 180 days if you do, probate it for 2 years, and put you in a lockdown rehab facility where you will be stuck like Chuck for a minimum of 9 months, depending on how well you respond to treatment. The only thing I care about in this life is public safety. You continually violate that. How on earth can I justify letting you out on a free bond when it's case after case after case after case? How many aggravated robberies? How many aggravated assaults? And now a DWI where you're allegedly in the car, where we have people calling because they're so concerned. 3 times a week, you will report to me at 8:30 here to take a drug and alcohol test. Do you understand me, sir? And the one time you failed to come here, holy moly, I'm gonna light you up. On one ankle, I'm going to put a scram monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. Under your other leg, I'm going to put a GPS monitor, and I'm giving you a curfew of 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. If you think that this is gonna be an easy ride, you are sorely mistaken. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be, by the end, you're gonna be so sick that I hope that you will think twice before making a move while you're out there in the free world. You are not to be in possession of your weapons. You understand what's expected of you. Come up here. I'm gonna have you swear to us that you're not gonna consume alcohol, drugs, no weapons. I'm not giving him a PR bond yet. I haven't. I don't know, Harold. I don't know how on earth I could. Hey.
Hi, Judge. I have 2.
Thanks, man.
I would like to say that Harold did an excellent job arguing that. And at one point, 29 years ago, he would have gotten a new first. So that this case, if he'd gotten rearrested, would have been a first.
Because of the 10-year rule?
Yeah.
We'll be here.
I understand.
That's a longer time.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
For today's docket, I have Mr. Mallet, or Mrs. Mallet, M-A-L-L-E-T. She is not present, Judge. It's a bond forfeiture. She was rearrested about a week ago. We are trying to find her. I'd asked permission for a single 1 week reset so we could try. I didn't know to call her.
I mean, in this case, is 371 days old. She knows she's supposed to be here.
Well, so the problem is since her rearrest, I didn't know to call her. She went through the paperwork, I know, but I have not been able to do my due diligence.
You still can.
Taking the tree.
You still can. No one's preventing you, but I'm not gonna.
If I find her, I gotta go, man, you got a warrant, and that may freak out.
And hopefully that'll get her here.
She doesn't be, just 1 o'clock, fish from driving.
Scram Angie.
Okay, then answers the question.
1 day, or well, prior to release, please.
Try to vocalize.
If yes, prior to release, and then 1 day after to get the scram, and then it's got to be here Monday anyways. Okay.
Second, to that, Mr. Jones and I got a trial set next week. I was hoping Tuesday. I was hoping we get a preview of how bad your trial is. What not to go.
Ramona, how many trials we got Tuesday?
Two.
So Nathan's one. Who's the other one?
I am Ms. Garcia.
Flood. That was one case that we have discussed. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, is this the email you sent me?
Yes, yes, Ron, of course.
I don't wish to be the instigator for a ex parte communication. That's okay.
Tell me, is this the lady that we've just reset continuing?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
I would
it's
phrase
time.
it differently.
It's time.
She has been reset a few times because.
It's cute.
Yes. I was going to ask if the court would allow Ms. Edie to sit second chair of the appointment.
Of course.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, if you want to get appointed to it, reach out to the MAC. I'm happy for you to
So
get on. So
I'll
that,
file a motion, Judge.
yeah, whatever, for sure.
Excellent.
Of course.
It's gonna be fun. Pick a jury Tuesday to begin testimony.
Right. We just picked a jury Tuesday, but we start testimony Wednesday.
Pick a jury morning or afternoon.
No, morning. Morning.
I always ask.
Yeah, and then, so we'll Monday prior, we'll order a panel to see how far we're there.
Okay.
And then I'll let you know.
Cool. I'll see you Monday.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
please just make sure that she's here Tuesday.
By she, you mean Anna?
Your client.
Okay.
The one
Come on.
assaulted.
Come on. That was a joke that like nobody got. And that was the beauty of it. Thank you, Judge.
There's a fugitive motion to dismiss that slipped through the cracks yesterday, and I was just missing if you would sign it today. It's in your queue on Perez.
Okay. How can I put this? I don't like in a not nasty way. That lawyer's a lot for me. However, because of his like what feels like a need to be cool to the judge, like he wants the judge to think he's cool. I really want to watch that trial. Let's see. So that was the 7th. So it was 3 days ago. That means it would be. Wait. Yeah, Steve, you're right. Hey? He said Tuesday, not Monday. They're gonna pick it tomorrow. He did have a stream. One sec. I've got to go have dinner very soon. I just want to see. We'll see that very zealous lawyer because he'll be bouncing around. Do you know what we used to call that in radio? We used to call that new contract energy. And then once you'd been in radio a few years, you kind of lost that bounce because you're tired. But that new contract energy is like so excited for life and everything. I don't see him. What? No. Next question. I'm going to eat. Oh, look who's back. Okay, let's watch this quick. And then I'm going to eat, and then I need to get ready for bed, but I can leave this on with my mic muted and whatever on the stream we were just watching after this guy's update. I'll jump back to that one. If you want to do that, let me know. Probably won't be commenting at all because I want to be eating with my headphones off in the lounge, not here.
He was ordered to.
The only thing I want is just don't pick up any new cases and don't drive because you don't have a license. You know, that's all I want. Positive for cocaine and he tested positive for weed. So you have a weed case that is dismissed 4/4/24. A week later, you pick up another weed case. You take off on us. Then a week later from that, you pick up a felony weed case, and then you take off on us again, and they give you yet another PR bond. I don't think so, Mr. Thomas. That time has now come to an end. Deputy, it goes with you. Thank you. I'll appoint your lawyer today. We'll talk about what's going to happen. Please don't send him down. Okay? Okay, Vic, can you please reach out to Matt? Tell me.
Ramirez is in the hallway, guy in the wheelchair. Yeah, come back.
I remember.
I told him to come in, but I don't know. I don't know if he's one of your bailiffs to go get him. He's tells me he's tired, so he was sleeping.
Yeah, we need to send him for a drug test. Is y'all? Can you go get him, please?
You want to wheel him in?
Please. Okay. Can you ask him to come in?
What, wheel him in? Okay. I don't think this is gonna.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'll be nice.
Can I hold over? Please, and I'll go get him. 1 second.
Can I ask them, Greg, to go get him? It's okay, Greg, it's okay. Unless he's completely lit. Is he good? He's definitely- he's completely lit. Ramirez. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no closed
He
captions
came
yet,
in
by
here
the way.
last week and I thought he was just lit. We sent him for a drug test. He tested positive for cocaine and he tested positive for weed. Yeah. What about it? No. There's one? Okay. Where's he now? Okay, good. I didn't see it. I'll take a look now then.
So.
Sure. What's going on with you? You sober today? What do you want? You're on. I'm sending you for a drug test right now, Mr. Ramirez. Okay, I want to send him. I want to know what he's on. I think he's on something again. Just go, Greg, go do what you need to do, and then. Okay, all right. Just hang tight. I'm going to send you for a drug test again, Mr. Ramirez. Okay. Yeah, no, you just want to leave him with the deputy right there. Yeah. Do you mind helping him out, please? Yeah, just right back there. Ramirez. Hey. Hey.
Yeah, Mr. Stewart, he was on it out, so he was ordered to.
The only thing I want is just don't pick up any new cases and don't drive because you don't have a license. You know, that's all I want.
We can discuss he's working on that. I know for the fact he's working on that. He's providing.
You know, I think that the biggest part of your life is that if you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive, Mr. Stewart. I'm a firm believer in that. So we need to find something that occupies your time. The best thing would be for you to get into school so that you can become like a lawyer, something productive where you can make a crap load of this. That's the ultimate goal. Where are you now in life? What are you doing?
Like I told you, I'm helping my mom, and I'm just trying to sign up for job quit. I'm still waiting on them to call me back. Give me a call back.
You can be waiting eternally. No one's going to call you back. No one is looking for you. God, like, we want Mr. Stewart to work for us. You got to go to them. They're not going to come and roll out the red carpet to you, man. Really. You waiting on a temp for them to call you for, okay, they'll be waiting for weeks. Therein lies the problem. You ain't got nothing to do. You need to actively go out and start searching for something to do. Go to Amazon, go somewhere else because they're not going to come to you. You're not King Almighty. So I am now making it a condition that you get a job. I'm going to reset this case 2 weeks, and I want to see what you've done to get a job. I want you to put in not 1 application, not 2 applications, 50 to as many places as you can. Go to Amazon, hires like crazy. Go to Amazon. Where else? There's got to be tons of other.
Amazon also allegedly has preventions for self-terminating. Oh, RA just went live. Okay, well, that's good timing because I need to hop off for dinner. I just want to finish this guy.
Tons of other places that you can go to, you know?
Thanks, Steve.
Don't drive. You don't have a license, correct? Okay, don't drive. Don't smoke dope. That's all. That's all we want. So let's set you off 2 weeks. I want you to come back and show me what you've done to get a job. All right? Okay, man. Actions speak louder than words, man. I'm telling you, the best way, because that's what she needs. Intentions mean nothing. All right? Okay, man. Don't make me proud. Judge. All right.
Aw, that was a nice ending though. Go make me proud. Okay, guys. I wish I knew how to send you over because I don't think everyone here actually watches. Why can't I get this thing to switch? I don't think everyone here actually. Okay, I think I'm back. Just check. Okay, I'm back. Let me quickly grab this link. What? Double me. Okay, never mind. I was gonna try to get Recovery Addict's link, but this thing keeps coming up saying it's my Wi-Fi. That was the end of that guy anyway. So that nice little make me proud, that was the last thing that the judge said. So I'm going to definitely keep this one as one of my tops to pop into. And I'll see you guys soon. And I'll see you in RA's chat. Bye. If you don't know who RA is, it's Recovery Addict. I'm not going to go across because I don't want the Wi-Fi to crash. But Recovery Addict on YouTube. Bye.